Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF NXT. I, Gorilla Monsoon, with Daniel Bryan and with Booker T. And today on NXT, we're going to talk about what happened yesterday on Monday Night Raw, or Monday Night Raw. We know Cody Rhodes is still the TWF heavyweight fighter since he beat The Rock on Collision or Hit, which was WrestleMania or WrestleMadness. And we know Cody Rhodes has already put his strap on 2 times this week against Santos Escobar in Power of Might, or Monday Night Raw, or Monday Night Raw. You got that right, Daniel Bryan says. Cody Rhodes is being looked at as the working horse of the toy wrestling gathering. And some folks most likely will scathe him for putting the TWF heavyweights winnings on stake. You know, some will say you shouldn't do that. Some will scathe him for doing that. But in my belief, I think he has made the right call. Well, Booker T says, you know why a lot of folks scathe folks for putting straps on stake too much? I'll tell you why. Because it wears you out. It wears you out. Because it wears you out, Daniel Bryan. You know, you have no time to rest. You're always wrestling someone or fighting someone. And then one day, boom, you know what happens? Then, since you were always wrestling all the time, and since you're always, wrestling all the time, and you're always fighting all the time, you end up losing the strap sooner or later. Quicker than that, Booker T says. Well, I'll tell you what, Booker T, that can happen to anyone. That could happen to anyone. But I like to think that Cody Rhodes knows what he's doing. And I like to think that Cody Rhodes, is thinking, and he knows what he's doing. And he isn't going to make a mistake. Or if he does make a mistake, Booker, he's going to learn from it. If you know what I mean. So would you stop Alright. Alright, everyone. Here comes Autolycus, the main wicker of the toy wrestling gathering that everyone thought was missing in work. Booker T said, "He was not," Gorilla Monsoon says. "Would you stop?" Alright, everyone. It's me, Autolycus, the King of Thieves here. And yes, I was missing in work yesterday. But I'm here on NXT now to give you a news about something. Now, we said that Arrow was a TWF Allegheny Share fighter. Or was he the Pennsylvania Right fighter? No, he was most likely the TWF Allegheny Share fighter. But anyway, since we don't know where Arrow's at, we're going to have to strip him of it. And since Becky Lynch was the man's come around. Did my name come out of your mouth, Autolycus? Oh yes, it did, Becky. Your name did come out of my mouth. And I'll tell you why it came out of your mouth. Because you're going to be the TWF Pennsylvania Right fighter for the free with time. Only if you have a match against someone here today, then that will happen. Oh, what is this, beginner time, Autolycus? Tell me, Autolycus, what kind of main wicker are you anyway? I mean, you forget who the fighters are, you strip them of belts, you go missing, you make lousy matches. I think that, you know what you should do? You should book yourself to go one-on-one against me. Well, Becky, I can't do that because I am the main wicker of the toy wrestling gathering, and I'll be going against the oversights. Hey, I'll make it smooth for you, Autolycus. You're the king of thieves. You like to go around and say that you can steal everything. So let's see if you could steal the TWF Pennsylvania Reich winnings. Well, then that's it, Becky Lynch, because I'm going to fight you now. You want a match? Well, you got it. This match is for the TWF Pennsylvania Reich winnings. TWF Allegheny Shire winnings. First, she is from Ireland, and the 4-1 Reichs, Becky Lynch. And he is from Hellenisland. He is the main wicker of the toy wrestling gathering, Autolycus. Ding-ding-ding. And Becky Lynch just getting Autolycus out of nowhere. The manhandle slam right on Autolycus, the king of thieves, Gorilla Monsoon says. Well, you got that right, Autolycus. Daniel Bryan says. And Becky Lynch is somehow, some way, is going to beat Autolycus here. And we'd like to know how that's going to happen. She did a manhandle slam again, Gorilla Monsoon said. Yeah, end the match already. You know, Daniel Bryan says, Becky Lynch's lack of her on-look for anyone or anything is not even funny anymore. She talks about how she likes to talk about 1, 2 in a kick out, Gorilla Monsoon says. She likes to talk about how everyone's saying how she's the world's greatest wrestler. How all these monthlies and all of these websites are saying she's the greatest wrestler out there since, sliced bread, Daniel Bryan says. Yeah, she's got a big bind. And we all know she isn't the greatest wrestler in the world. That's a belief, Daniel Bryan says. Yeah, it is a belief, Gorilla Monsoon says. A belief right now. Autolycus knocks down Becky Lynch and then comes back with a Autolycus stunner, Gorilla Monsoon says. Well, Booker T said, those websites and monthlies are telling the truth. No, they're not, Booker T. Would you stop? Gorilla Monsoon says. Well, they saying it, Booker T says, so there most likely have to be some truth to it. The interweb's all about truth. Yeah, Booker T, the interweb all lies about all kinds of things, Gorilla Monsoon says. They like to make you believe that Elvis Presley didn't die. Make you think that the 4-1 Reich Gabber Law Mode is hiding outside or starships. Now, would you stop, Booker T? 1, 2 in a kick out. Well, Autolycus didn't get the stunner, but if he would win the TWF Pennsylvania Reich winnings, would he still be the main wicker of the toy wrestling gathering? That I don't have an answer for. Autolycus coming back right now. Becky Lynch, the manhandle slam on Autolycus, the king of thieves, Gorilla Monsoon says. No, we don't got that answer for it. We go 1, 2, 3. Ding ding ding. Here is your winner and the new TWF Allegheny Shire fighter, Becky Lynch. And now Becky Lynch is now the TWF Allegheny Shire fighter once again here in the toy wrestling gathering by beating Autolycus, the king of thieves, and the main wicker of the toy wrestling gathering, Gorilla Monsoon says. Yeah, it was kind of cool when it happened, Daniel Bryan said. I really thought that Autolycus, the king of thieves, would win the TWF Pennsylvania Reich winnings here today on NXT. Well, it didn't happen, Booker T said, and sadly that didn't happen at all. Yeah, Becky Lynch is the man. Everyone give it up for the man. You. Everyone says that. She's the man. No, she's not. Would you stop, Booker T? Well, we're going to take it away to, we're going to take it away now to Gene Okerlund now. Alright, Gorilla Monsoon, I'm going to be talking with the new TWF Allegheny Share Fighter for the free with time, Becky Lynch. Alright, Becky Lynch, you're now a free-time TWF Allegheny Share Fighter, and you still think highly of yourself. Well, Gene Okerlund, when you're as great as I am, you do think high of yourself. But it's not only me saying that. It's all these websites are saying it. All these monthlies are saying it. All of them are saying that I'm the greatest wrestler who ever lived. Well, that's up to a belief there, Becky Lynch. There were many great wrestlers, men and women. You will be one of the greats, but you're not the great. Oh, and somehow, some way, everyone thought you were great from your time in the AWA and WWF and WCW, and then your XWF one-offs, you know, and then WWE. Well, I was great because I never said I was great. You know what makes the ones great, Becky Lynch? Is the great ones never have to say that they're great. If you gotta go around saying you're great all the time, then you're most likely not great. But however, you are the free-time TWF Allegheny Share Fighter. You beat Autolycus, the King of Thieves, the main wicker of the toy wrestling gathering. Yeah, I did. And I brought the onlook back to the TWF Allegheny Share winnings. I did one thing that no one ever did. And I brought onlook in class back to the toy wrestling gatherings, TWF Allegheny Share winnings. And that is not a belief. That is truth. Alright, that was my talk with Becky Lynch, the TWF Allegheny Share Fighter. Back to you, Gorilla Monsoon. Well, thank you, Gene Okerlund, for talking with Becky Lynch here today on NXT. And that's all the time we got here for NXT. I, Gorilla Monsoon, with Daniel Bryan and Booker T. We hope you like NXT, and we'll see you tomorrow for Dynamite, or Might.